Wow, boys and girls, we sure learned a lot from that video. You all were giving me lots of good information to put on our anchor chart. So before we get to our problems, let's go and review our anchor chart, okay? All right, now the first thing you all suggested to put on the anchor chart was the definition of a sequence. So we wrote, a sequence is a set of numbers arranged in a special order or pattern. And you all were telling me that the sequence that we're studying are numbers. And so y'all were mentioning that the video talked about counting patterns. And so we decided to go ahead and put that up there. And we put an example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a counting pattern. Or, as we have just learned, it's a sequence. Now, the video talked about those 3 dots at the end of a sequence. And it talked about how when you have 3 dots like that, doesn't mean the pattern stops, but the pattern keeps going. So that means that we could keep on counting. Okay, good job. So as we looked into the video some more, it talked about the steps of solving a pattern and finding missing numbers. So if you'll remember, it talked about how we're supposed to figure out if we count up or if we count down. And then step 2 said that we need to find the difference so we can determine the rule of the sequence. Then it talked about the word term. And it said that a term in a sequence is any number in that sequence. So whatever sequence we're looking at, each number is called a term. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our we do problem. Okay? All right, so it says for our we do problem, okay, we have to find the rule in the next 3 numbers of the counting sequence. 10, 20, 30, 40, and then we have 3 numbers we've got to find, guys. Okay? So if you remember with our steps, our first step says we have to figure out if we're counting up or if we're counting down. Okay? So I want you to talk with your shoulder partners and figure out if we're counting up or down. Okay? Okay, so Susie, you and Camila, y'all are going to work together, and we're going to have Jonathan and Luke work together. Okay? All right. So Susie and Camila, what do you 2 girls think? Counting up? All right, boys, do you all agree? Okay, good job. So let's go ahead and let's note that we are counting up. Okay? All right, good job. So the next thing that we need to do, okay, is figure out by how much. Remember, it says we're going to find that difference, right? Okay, so talk with your shoulder partner, and let's see if we can figure out by how much we're counting up. Now, you have your 120s charts, your dry erase boards if you want to use those. Okay, we've got a number line 2 on the table. I want you to figure out by how much. Okay? All right. Let's take a look and let's see what Jonathan did. So it looks like Jonathan took his little bears and he covered up 10, 20, 30, 40 with blues. Okay, now Jonathan, you kept counting down by tens? Okay, so then you want 50, 60, 70. Good job. All right. Now it looks like we have Camila who did the same thing with hers. Yes. And Susie, looks like you did that on yours too. But Susie, I'm looking at your board here, and it looks like you drew a number line on your board. So let's take a look at your number line. Looks like your number line starts with 10, then it goes 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So it looks like you filled those three numbers in right there. Okay, good job. So you skip counted by tens too. Okay, awesome job. Let's look at Luke's. All right, Luke did his 120s chart, and he has a number line too. But boy, look at his number line. Wow, boys and girls. He did his 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. But you know what else he did on his number line, guys? On his number line, he showed how much we're skip counting. And he showed that we're skip counting and counting up by putting plus 10. So we have 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 plus 10 is 30. 30 plus 10, 40. 40 plus 10, 50. 50 plus 10, 60. 60 plus 10, 70. Okay, so our three numbers we're looking for, what are they, guys? 50, 60, 70. Awesome job. So let's go ahead and put that up here on our sequence. 50, 60, 70. Okay, now it's your turn, boys and girls. All right, let's see if you can solve the you-do problem. Okay, so let's take a look at that you-do problem. Now, it says, remembering how to skip count by different numbers will help find a difference in the sequence. Okay, we can use our hundreds chart on this one too, guys, 120s chart, okay? We're going to find the rule of the counting sequence, and then we're going to find the missing number in the sequence. So let's take a look at the sequence and see what our numbers are. All right, here we go. 30, 27, 24, 21. Oops, guys, we have a blank number there, and then we end with 15. Okay, so what's step one, boys and girls, by the anchor chart? What does step one say? We're going to skip count. We're going to count up. We're going to count. Okay, what does it say? Count up, count down. Okay, that's what we do, right? Count up, count down. Okay, step one. Okay. Talk with your shoulder partner and let's see if we can figure out, are we going to count up or count down? Okay. All right, boys. What did you all come up with? What do you all say? Are we counting up or counting down? Counting down? Girls, do you all agree? We counting down on this one? Yes? Okay, good. So let's put that up there. We're counting down. All right, now it's your turn to see if you can find that missing number. Okay? Find that missing number. Use your tools that you have on the table. Remember, we have the anchor chart up there too if you need it. Okay, boys and girls, when I look at Camila's work here, it looks like she grabbed the number line. And I'm looking at the number line, and I noticed that down here at the beginning of the number line, we don't have any bears down here. So, okay, what do y'all think? Why didn't she put any bears down at the beginning of the number line? Because I don't see any numbers on 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 4. There's no numbers on there. Why is that, Luke? Why didn't she put any numbers down at the bottom? Because if we look at the sequence, does it have any of those numbers? No. What does the sequence start with? 30? Okay, so Camila, where did you start on your number line? Did you start on 30? Yes, you did. Okay. So she put a red bear on 30, 27, 24, 21. And then we keep going. There's quite a few numbers, and then we end up at 15. Okay, so we have to find that difference, right? We're counting down, and we're finding the difference. So, when we count down, how many numbers did we count down? Let's see if we can figure that out. So we start at 30, so we count 1, 2, 3 down to get to 27, and then 1, 2, 3 down to get to 24, 1, 2, 3 more down to get to 21, and let's count down 1, 2, 3, and that lands us on 18. Is that what everybody got? Did everybody end up on the number 18? Well, let's check now from 18 to 15 if that's a countdown of 3. All right, let's take a look. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is. So 18 is the missing mystery number for today. Okay, now it is your turn to show me what we have learned today. Okay, and so everybody's going to get an exit ticket. Okay, I want you all to work on your exit ticket. And when you are done with it, turn it in to me, and then we will move on with our lessons. Okay, boys and girls? Thank you so much.